What we have been waiting almost 5 years now to see has finally arrived. No longer can we just look at this one image right here as a reference point for what an adult-looking member of the gang from The Last Airbender looks like. We are free of that prison, and we have entered back into reality. The first official looks of our beloved characters in the new animated Avatar Aang movie have arrived in the form of a t-shirt pre-order in certain retail stores, and it's a sight to behold because I'll just get it out of the way and say it. I love this look so much. We are going to dive into breaking down these images and talk about what this now means for the movie as we get closer to its release later in the year. Now, it should be noted, as of right now, the listings for these shirts and the merch leaks we got these images from are now officially delisted on all retail websites that I know of. You can only find these images online all over in several different forums. It got leaked on Reddit and has spread throughout on other sites and social media platforms. I am taking a risk showing these images, but I'm not doing anything bad with them, so Paramount, for the love of God, please do not take this video down or my channel. Anyways, let's talk about them. Now, there isn't really much here that we can take away from what we are seeing, but I think it's fun to still break it down and speculate. There are solo photos of each character on their own, but let's, for the sake of it, focus on all of them together in one. This is probably the best image I've seen with good quality online of everybody. Like I said in the beginning, I really like this. We don't have a confirmed age yet of everyone in the movie, but the rumors are that they are in their 20s. Whether it's their mid-20s or late 20s remains to be seen, but that would be the idea, and I think that makes sense because they do look like they are in that age range. I would know because I myself am around that age range right now in real life. Also, my man Zuko looks like he's in his 30s. I'm just gonna say it. He looks significantly older. Our boy is just built like that. I like his new hair, which lines up with where we see him down the line in The Legend of Korra. I would have to assume that at this point, he just rocks that hair for the rest of his life. Are you guys gonna miss the cut he had at the end of The Last Airbender? Let me know which hair you prefer, long hair Zuko or short hair Zuko. I guess you can't really get a good idea of it until we see footage, but I'm still curious. Looking over to our other two boys, Aang and Sokka, again, I love their look. Aang does not have a beard like so many would have thought he might have as an older adult, given that he did have one in Legend of Korra when he was much older. He's still got his garb on from where we last saw him in The Last Airbender. Sokka is wielding his battle club, no sight of the boomerang on his belt, so I do hope he did not trade that in. As far as the girls go, Toph in particular is rockin' it. Pun intended. Her outfit is the most different out of anybody's, just slightly than the one she wore in The Last Airbender, and it also looks like she put on a lot of muscle, which makes sense because earthbenders are the strongest and biggest types of benders. There's not much to really say about Katara. She's got the same look as well, and overall, the only thing we can really take away from this photo is that everyone just looks older. It's as simple as that. Now, there was another release image that we got that actually shows off our first official look at the villain, Taga, who is voiced by Dave Bautista. And yes, he is an airbender, for those of you who didn't know that originally. The story behind him is that he is a former airbender who, like Aang, was frozen away in time, and all these years later was woken up and now seeks something that could upend everything that Aang has built to restore peace. His character is one that might remind people of a character like Zahir in Legend of Korra, but he's not like that character at all. I know that the Avatarist mentioned that on Twitter yesterday if you follow him, and a lot of people were arguing about that, but it's not the case. He's nothing like Zahir. Just from this one picture alone, I can't quite tell if he'll be an intimidating villain or not. He's obviously jacked by looking at his arms and his chest, but that's all I can really get from it. Maybe he'll bring a presence through his size and stature, and he also just looks a bit like Bautista. Not entirely, but just a little bit. Now, Avatar fans are certainly losing their mind over one aspect of these image reveals, and that is the fact that there is a certain character missing. Suki. I almost kind of hate to be the bearer of sad but honest news when I say this, but in some ways, I honestly understand why she's not included. Suki in The Last Airbender played the role that her character was meant to play. She was a love interest to Sokka, and she was also more of a side character that didn't get a whole lot of screen time. I don't know if that necessarily means that she should automatically be a part of the main group, and let's not forget, her role in society also dictates that her presence be elsewhere in a time of need. Being a Kyoshi warrior takes a lot of responsibility responsibility. They are some of the best non-bender fighters out there, and given how some of the comics lay it out, they are usually sometimes used as a bodyguard for certain higher-ranked officials like Zuko, for example. One of the few comics that I've read recently in the last year or so detailed that. And while it's not confirmed whether this will be canonized information, it is something to point out. Kyoshi warriors might have a much different role to play in society all these years later after the war, and I imagine Suki has to be a part of that. Then again, I would at least hope that there is some mention of her, maybe even one scene with her in it and Sokka, but one can only hope. And by the way, I hope you all don't take that to say that I hate Suki. I love Suki. I'm just trying to be a little bit honest with what I think of that situation where people think that she should be in the main group. But I could really take it or leave it. The final thing I want to talk about as we move away from the breakdown of the images is the discussion of the movie itself and how we talk about its effect on the fans right now with it still set for release later this year. It's very evident if you are online that a lot of people are not happy with how Paramount is handling this property. Paramount as a studio is currently going through a lot of issues at the current moment, along with a much bigger priority in trying to acquire a studio like Warner Brothers. Their goals and decision making is all over the place, and one of the things they seemingly do not care all that much for is this Avatar IP. The decision to put the movie on streaming day one on Paramount Plus is something that really angered a lot of people. Avatar is a beloved franchise, and yet, for the first time ever, we are getting an animated movie, and your first decision with it is to put it on arguably the least watched streaming service in the world as far as the big name streamers. It's a puzzling decision that makes no sense, and it gives people the idea that maybe the movie is not as good as it is. However, a lot of people who have been working on it say otherwise, including the director herself, Lauren Montgomery, who argued that it should be put in theaters. She did this in an Instagram post announcing the movie's wrap on filming. Here now, with this leaked reveal of our main gang, you are seeing that a lot of people are liking the new looks online. Given that there hasn't been official marketing as of yet from the studio, no official image, no official teaser trailer or anything like that, I think we are starting to see that there is a potential gold mine for Paramount that they are missing out on with not talking about this movie enough. Avatar fans are passionate about the franchise. They love talking about this stuff, and even for a lot of casual fans, it's something that has lasted as long as it has, at least when we talk about the original cartoon, which this movie is a continuation of. I really do believe deep down that there is something that can be made of this here if they actually put care into it and not treat it like it's another animated property that exists. And to that point, animated movies are doing very well lately in the box office. This could be something for people of all ages to watch, irregardless if they are a fan or not. Give people a reason to care. I know I've talked about this already in another video regarding that decision to put it on Paramount Plus, but I think it is warranted to be said again. I look forward to actually seeing footage of it, and I hope we get that soon, and I will be there to break it down with you all when the time comes. And with that being said, I'm going to end the video there, ladies and gentlemen. What do you all think about this reveal for adult versions of our gang? Drop a comment and let me know your thoughts. If you did enjoy the video and want to see more, be sure to give it a like, and if you are new to this channel, subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Thank you all for stopping by Uncle Iroh's Tea Shop. I hope everyone here has a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you all soon for the next video.